What if we've already received a message from another star, and in our carelessness, we missed our chance to reply? What if the best evidence we have for extraterrestrial intelligence wasn't a flying saucer, but a string of numbers and letters scribbled in the margin of a data printout? This is the story of the most tantalizing, frustrating, and enduring mystery in the search for cosmic company, the WOW signal. Our story doesn't begin in deep space, but in the quiet countryside of Delaware, Ohio. The year is 1977. The place is the Big Ear radio telescope, operated by Ohio State University. It's a workhorse, not a glamorous machine, a vast fixed rectangular dish that listens to the sky as the Earth rotates. It's part of SETI, the search for extraterrestrial intelligence, a then fringe scientific endeavor listening for a needle of artificial sound in the cosmic haystack of natural radio emissions. Night after night, month after month, the Big Ear listens, printing out reams of data in columns of numbers and letters. The work is monotonous, an exercise in patience, with nothing but the constant hiss of the universe. That is until August 15th. 3 days later, on August 18th, a volunteer researcher named Jerry Ehman is performing the routine, soul-numbing task of reviewing the printed data. His eye scans across columns of alphanumeric codes representing signal intensity. Most readings are a boring sequence of digits and the occasional letter. Then he sees it. On the printout for the 1420 MHz frequency, a sequence jumps out, 6EQJ5. To the untrained eye, it's gibberish, but to Ehman, it's a shock. The code works like this. Numbers 1 through 9 represent weak signal strength, and letters A through Z represent stronger signals. U is a signal 30 times stronger than the background noise. This wasn't a blip, it was a scream. Jerry Ehman circles the sequence in red pen, and next to it, overwhelmed by the sheer improbability of what he's seeing, he writes the now iconic exclamation, "Wow!" The name and the mystery was born. So what made this signal so extraordinary? Let's break down its perfect and profoundly weird characteristics. First, its frequency. The WOW signal was detected at 1420.4556 MHz. This is profoundly significant. 1420 MHz is the emission frequency of neutral hydrogen, the most abundant element in the universe. It's considered a universal watering hole, a natural, obvious channel any advanced civilization might use to broadcast a "here we are" beacon, knowing other scientists would be listening there. It was like hearing a message on the one radio channel everyone agreed to monitor. Second, its intensity and shape. The signal didn't just appear, it rose to peak intensity and then fell away over exactly 72 seconds. Why 72 seconds? That's precisely the length of time the Big Ear's fixed beam could focus on a single point in the sky as the Earth turned. A stationary signal from deep space would create exactly this signature, a dramatic rise as the beam swept onto it, a peak, and a dramatic fall as the beam swept away. This was the textbook signature of a distant pinpoint source. Third, its bandwidth. It was narrow, extremely narrow, less than 10 kilohertz wide. Natural cosmic phenomena, like pulsars or quasars, emit signals over a wide range of frequencies. This was a sharp, focused whistle. This narrow bandwidth is a hallmark of an artificial transmitter. It was, by all the criteria SETI scientists had established, the perfect candidate for an extraterrestrial signal. Jerry Ehman and the team were electrified. The next step was obvious. Listen again. They pointed the big ear back at the same spot in the constellation Sagittarius, day after day, week after week, month after month. They and other observatories around the world have looked hundreds of times since. The result? Nothing. Complete, utter silence. The signal never repeated. It was a one-time 72-second cosmic shout that has never been heard again. This non-repetition is the core of the mystery and the birthplace of all the theories. If it was them, why would they transmit just once? If it was something else, what natural phenomenon can possibly explain such a perfect, artificial-looking event? Let's walk through the explanations, from the mundane to the extraordinary. Theory 1, human-made interference, the most likely but unsatisfying answer. Could it have been a satellite, a secret military transmission, or a passing aircraft? The big ear had 2 feed horns, checking the sky slightly apart. A local, Earth-based signal would have appeared in both horns almost simultaneously. The wow signal only appeared in one, strongly suggesting it came from space. Furthermore, the frequency of 1420 MHz is officially protected for astronomical research. Transmitting on it is illegal. While not impossible, no known human source has ever been identified to match the signal's specific, perfect profile. Theory 2, a cometary hydrogen cloud, the solved-it theory that fell apart. In 2017, an astronomer proposed that the signal could have been caused by the hydrogen clouds surrounding 2 passing comets, which happened to be in the right part of the sky. It made headlines, "Wow signal, mystery solved." But the scientific community swiftly and decisively dismantled the idea. The comets weren't in the telescope's field of view at the time, and more critically, comets don't emit such an intense narrowband signal at 1420 MHz. The hypothesis was rejected. The mystery remained wide open. Theory 3, a natural, unknown astrophysical phenomenon. Science is full of discoveries. Could the wow signal be the one-off signature of something never before observed? A new kind of stellar flare? A strange interstellar lensing effect? Or the burst of a previously unknown object? This is possible, but the signal's artificial-looking properties, its perfect frequency, narrow bandwidth, and clean shape, make it a very awkward fit for any known natural process. Theory 4, an extraterrestrial beacon. This is the theory that gives chills. Perhaps it was exactly what it looked like, a beacon. But why once? Several haunting possibilities emerge. Maybe it was a targeted message meant for someone else that we simply overheard, like catching one word of a phone call on a crossed line. Maybe it was a sweeping lighthouse-like beacon from a rotating source, and its brief flash across our planet was mere cosmic chance. Or most intriguingly, maybe it was meant for us, a brief hello to see if a young technological species was listening and smart enough to find a reply. If that's the case, our failure to hear it again could be seen as a profound cosmic failure to pick up the phone. Theory 5, the dark horse, a reflected human signal. There's a more recent, fascinating idea. What if the signal was our own, a terrestrial transmission, perhaps from a satellite or a secret experiment, that bounced off a piece of space debris, like a discarded rocket hull or a shard of metal, and created that perfect one-time echo? It's plausible and fits the non-repeating clue, but proving which piece of junk it might have been is next to impossible. So where does this leave us nearly 50 years later? The WOW signal sits in a unique purgatory. It is the single most compelling anomaly in SETI history, yet it remains just that, an anomaly. It is not proof, because proof requires repetition and verification. It is a data point of one, a question mark written in red pen on a faded printout. Its legacy, however, is immense. It proved that our instruments were sensitive enough to potentially detect such a signal. It gave SETI a concrete, powerful symbol, a reminder of what we might be looking for. It embodies both the soaring hope and the crushing disappointment of the search. It taught us the importance of immediate multi-site verification, a lesson now hardwired into modern SETI projects that scan the sky in real time. The printout itself, with its